All right, we are live. Welcome everybody to the Steven Tiger After Party. We were just joined by IQ, my moderator extraordinaire. IQ, this is Steven IQ.
How to do so?
What'd you think of the interview?
Oh, it was great. I'm intrigued by this man's style.
Well, if you got questions for him, fire away, man.
Yeah, this is the chance.
No pressure, huh? Shit.
I should have made notes.
Well, questions per se, no. I'm going to dive a little deeper into your website for just to soak up a lot of stuff, but direct curiosities, they might hit me, but nothing quite at the moment. I just wanted to really state how big of a problem this line between faith and knowledge and the I know that I know that I know that I know thing, and how that's used within the skeptical community to really drive in that, number one, the whole faith in science thing fucking chaps my ass. But how that's used in the skeptical community, really, it's problematic because, number one, you can't, when somebody's got their fingers in their ears and they're just making assertions all day long, you can't argue with ignorance, but what you do really gives a good arsenal and insight into combating that type of counter argument. So I would just want to say kudos for that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you're right that the person with fingers in his ears, which I describe in my book as walking around with hands clasped over their ears, saying, la, 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 I'm not listening, la, 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 I can't hear you. No, of course you can't get through that. But what I always hope in discussions or postings on Twitter is to reach people who are silently following the dialogue, who may be sincerely unsure what to think. I want to give those people a chance to see the difference between a rational perspective and a dogmatic perspective.
Indeed.
That's really the audience. I never fool myself into thinking that I can reach people who are impervious to new thoughts. They shield themselves and their beliefs so effectively that nothing can get through. I know I'm not going to reach them, but I'm hoping to reach people who are open enough to want to hear a different perspective, at least willing to listen to a different perspective.
Well, I mean, call me a sucker for futility, but those are the people that I would like to reach the most, and I guess that goes for all of us, are the people who we would consider to be unreachable. Now, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with somebody that's just not going to listen, but those are the people that cause the most trouble.
Yes.
I want to figure out a way to reach somebody who does not want to be reached.
Well,
because the people who are open to dialogue, I call those the easy ones. Because
yes.
if you're willing to listen and you're rational, chances are you're gonna be rational and you're gonna hear a good argument. If somebody who appreciates a good argument and a good dialogue, chances are they're already skeptical. So
well, you see, my feeling about this is that the dogmatic people, those who are impervious to reason, they are not going to be reached. But they're certainly not going to be reached by me or by any non-believer.
Right.
But think about how advantageous it might be if rational Christendom were to identify those fanatics who wear the same religious label they wear, Christian, maybe certain branch or denomination of Christianity. And if they could marginalize the fanatics are powerful to the extent that they have usurped the voice of Christianity, of religion in general. And this is true also of Islamic fanatics, Jewish fanatics. What's needed is for the sane believers of those faiths to marginalize the fanatics. Because when they're marginalized, when they're muzzled almost, their power diminishes enormously.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's my thought, that's my hope.
I'm right there with you. And I think that especially if their belief systems carry dangerous ideals, then I'm very much for free speech, and I think anyone should be able to say whatever the hell they want. But if there's speech that's going to come out that leads to someone else being harmed, like the stoning, we were talking about the stoning of homosexuals earlier. Hi, Diana.
Hello, how is you?
Very well. Diana, this is Stephen, Diana.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi.
Please excuse my condition here. I'm sitting here in my nightgown, but what can I tell you? I spend most of my time in my nightgown.
But anyways, like I was saying, like if those things that they're spouting out about can lead to that kind of harm, then I've got issues with that sort of thing.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, one of the things that I've noted is that believers are far more hostile to non-believers than wrong believers. And the reason, to me, is very obvious. Wrong believers, they have the right idea, but they've chosen the wrong sacred book. But non-believers reject the very concept of sacred books, and therefore non-believers represent a direct challenge to the source of faith, the book, the sacred book that is the source of primary faith, the object of primary faith. And that's an attack that cannot be tolerated by, Bible-dependent or Quran-dependent believers. So one of the things that I've said is that sane believers often are perplexed by atheists who they think insult their religion. And truthfully, yeah, we do insult their religion.
Yeah.
But they
not them necessarily, but the religion, yeah.
But they should be more concerned with the fanatics who are within their religions, because only the people within their religions can disgrace their religion. As an outsider, I may insult it, but only someone who is inside the religion can disgrace it. And they should be more concerned about that.
Oh, you mean like the Catholic priests?
Well, that's one example. It's certainly not the only example.
Oh, right. I'm an ex-Catholic, so that's where I first reach.
Yeah, I mean, for example, the whole right-wing evangelical branch of American Christianity. I don't know how else to say that they are a disgrace to their faith.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Disgrace to their faith, and I'm not even a member of their faith.
I'm with you.
You're so right for pointing that out, because I am right there with you 100%. They are, very much so. They're definitely not setting an example of what their special book preaches. That's for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, and there's the other one that I've always wondered about. I wonder how it is that they make an axiom of my book contains the word of my God. I mean, it's easily refuted, but how did they come to believe that so strongly?
Well, I believe the most obvious answer is that's how they were raised. That's how they were indoctrinated, and that's very difficult to overcome. Well, Neil, your whole program, deconversion story. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of buzzing, and I don't know.
Yeah, there is some buzzing going on.
Your volume just went a little wonky because you sound a little fuzzy to me right now, and
that's because we're getting that weird.
Oh, okay.
Weird buzzing noise.
It's
okay, I don't hear a buzzing, so that's why I wondered. Okay.
So anyway,
there it is. You don't hear that, Diana?
Oh,
no, I don't hear anything that sounds like or anything like that. I'm just hearing. It sounds like Steve is in a garbage can speaking out of it.
Okay, hang on one second. I'm going to try something. I'm going to mute you because I think it's coming from your end, and I'm not hearing it.
So it's coming from my end somehow.
Yeah, which is probably why you're not hearing it. You might have another device. You might have another device interfering with the signal.
Okay, I got to figure out what to do with this because I just rebuilt the software for this, and I was thinking that hopefully I'd finally gotten everything fixed, but I guess not. Let's see. Let me think. Let's go over here. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea what it might be. Input. Okay, hang on.
Unmute yourself. Yeah, you've muted yourself. It's showing up as you being muted here now.
Yeah.
And it does. Droman's right. I think it sounds like a phone that's interfering.
There we go. Okay. Is this any better?
Yeah, I'm not hearing any buzzing now at all.
Okay. It was the particular setting on my sound card. It had it taking from my Yeti as a digital input, and I switched it over right now to an analog input. And if that's fixed it, then we got it.
Well, I got a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was. It just seems to be like little beep, beep now. So,
all right. So I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Sorry. We were going on about the beliefs, how they make people behave and stuff like that. And Diana brought up the priest.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I'll hear.
Asked, why do people believe in their sacred book?
I mean, the first thing I'll hear out of Ken Ham, for example, is that I am a disgrace to humanity, the whole world, because I'm queer, and the Word of God says that you're an abomination. And it's, well, how is that the Word of God? Because every time I've seen somebody saying this is the Word of God, the only lips I see moving are human lips.
That's right.
That's right. We're getting the EE sound again.
Yeah, it seems to be less than before.
Yeah, it's not as prominent.
In any case, the point about belief in the book, it is indoctrination, but there's something else going on in my mind. If you think about what is idolatry, it is faith in an object. It isn't necessarily worship of an object, which is the usual definition of idolatry. But if the primary faith is in the object rather than in God, that's idolatrous. And the point is that an amazing amount of religious faith deals with looking for physical things to believe in. In fact, what is a miracle, if not a physical manifestation of God's power?
Okay, yeah.
What is the Bible? It is the physical representation of God's word, according to believers. What is Jesus? The physical appearance of God on earth. So a lot of faith deals with things that are tangible, physical, visible. In other words, they're looking for evidence. But what did we say? continue with the discussion.
Excuse me, please.
If there is evidence, you don't need faith.
That's right.
You know, did you ever hear, for example, the jibe? Oh, I don't have enough faith to be an atheist.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord,
that's
how
so
many
good.
times have I heard that? Frank Turek is big on that one.
Exactly. And the point is that they're denigrating faith, even though their sacred book says faith is the only means of salvation. So they're actually denigrating faith. Why? Because they know that they need to have something more. They need evidence. They need assurance, because faith takes guts. Real faith in that which has no evidence to support it, that takes courage.
Yeah.
Well, there's the other one that gets me is, I mean, the way it seems to me anyway, much of the theists, I won't necessarily say Christians because it's not entirely Christians, but they will, as my ears say, conflate definitions of faith. They will say that, well, faith is complete trust in something, you know. And while I'm trying to tell them that faith is acceptance without evidence, they're trying.
Back, Diana.
They're trying. Yeah, I just noticed it. So I'm going to have to do something about this. I actually noticed it this time, but yeah, they're trying to tell me that faith that I might have, okay, faith that the floor will not collapse when I step on it, is the same as what they have, and it's not.
No,
and
it's not at all.
are they being willful when they do this? Are they saying, I know that they don't mean the same thing, but I'm going to state that they do just to screw up the argument?
I don't know whether or not, you know, to address your specific question, do they realize what they're saying? I don't know. I suspect that a lot of them, faith is not even so much a belief as an attitude, a pose, a posture, a stance. And so as long as they take the stance and make the proper sounds, then...
Well, I think in the term that they use it in that... Oh, sorry, Stephen. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I think when they use it in that sense, as many people do on the day-to-day, it's more of a colloquialism than a statement of actual faith, like their religious faith. Yeah. Like, I mean, when you say you're going to sit in a chair, you got faith that won't fall down. Well, of course, because it hasn't yet.
That's right, because you have a zillion experiences that
absolutely
preposterous things like that are not going to happen. Whereas religious faith, we have no experience whatsoever. No. We have none. We have no one who has any...
Some might argue that.
Whatsoever.
Some might argue that they have had experiences that led them to that faith.
Yeah, right? Some people claim that they have experiences of having been abducted by aliens, and you have...
Sure. Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah, I will question not their experience, but the source of it.
Yep.
I mean, I cannot say that, no, you did not experience that because I'm not in their head, but I can say, are you sure that it is your God?
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been reading a book that was recommended to me recently. It deals with Orthodox Christianity, and it features a kind of a portrait of a renowned, revered monk from the Orthodox tradition. And he seems like a very wise and kind person, wonderful neighbor, somebody that I enjoy talking with, but he also just speaks as casually about angels and demons as you know, as I would speak about walking down the street and seeing people on bicycles or you know, walking dogs or whatever. And, you know, I don't know what to make of this.
Well, it's a part of what he believes to be the norm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I like what Neil deGrasse Tyson, if I remember correctly, had to say about that sort of thing. Is if you're sitting on the bus and somebody next to you talks about spiritual things, like the angels and the demons, and are you more inclined to move closer to them, or the other way around?
Welcome to the chat, Chris. Chris,
Hi, Sweetness. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
He has a show too, and he'll probably bug you to come on his show too at some point, Steve. It's called the Daily Atheist Podcast. So,
okay, yeah. Well, this is only the second time I've done any kind of interview, and
you're really good at it. You should be doing way more of these, because I think what you have to say is valid.
I find that I enjoy this tremendously.
Yeah.
So, I welcome more opportunities to do this. I am actually scheduled to do an interview in just this coming Saturday, the 22nd. And the host of that is actually a theologian.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Anybody I know?
You'll have to send me a link to that, by the way.
Yeah, same here.
He's on Twitter. His name is Doug Carpenter.
Not a name I know.
And he is what I would regard as a reasonable kind of person who will listen thoughtfully. I don't expect that my book, which he has been reading, is going to cause him to lose his faith. He may raise some questions.
We can hope.
So I'm going to be doing an interview with him and with someone else who represents from a philosophical point of view. I'm not a philosopher.
Right, me either.
Traditional thinker. So yeah, I enjoy these kind of opportunities. Sure.
Yeah,
I have faith your book will raise some questions.
Yay!
Well said, IQ.
That's the right kind of faith.
That's why I started doing these, because I really enjoy these conversations as well. So, and I think they're important ones to be had, to be honest.
Oh, absolute.
Yeah. I'm going to have to bow out of this conversation because I have a dog that needs to be walked.
Oh, well, yeah, we don't want to keep you from the dogo.
Yeah.
So,
Neil, again, thank you very much for allowing me to be on your program. I had a wonderful time.
My pleasure. Me too.
And I appreciate hearing from people who have joined us now in this after party, and anyone who is listening during the podcast. So,
Steve, do you have contact information, as in Twitter and such?
He does.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. And
I'll give you the link. Okay.
Danke schön.
Okay.
And I'll give you one too as well, Chris. Chris, did you have a quick question for Steve before he takes off to walk the dog?
No, I'm his dog's bladder is most important. I understand. I have 4 of them.
Yeah.
Steve, I have a Daily Atheist morning show. 5 days a week, 6 days a week, actually. We do a morning show, runs an hour. You should come be on the morning show with us.
Hey, just
I'll hook up with you through Neil.
Yeah, let's be in touch and plan on doing that, because I enjoy this kind of thing a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm already following you. Okay.
I would hope so.
Oh, that's
But,
right.
Steve, it's been
You're not
absolute
following
pleasure.
me, but I'm following you.
Well, that'll change.
I will remedy that.
Danke
It's
schön.
definitely a pleasure, man. You're certainly inspiration for insight.
Yeah,
Good work.
absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. That's kind of you to say so. Okay, I have to run now. Again, thank
Okay.
you. And I'll be interested in seeing what kind of feedback comes from that people post on YouTube or send to you.
Yay.
I'll do a big thank you tweet after, like I always do after my shows.
Okay, so now let me see. What do? I leave studio. I click.
Yeah,
leave studio?
you go
Yes,
over
you do.
your-
Yeah.
and there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Good evening.
Thanks, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Sweetness.
He's-
I've been following him for ages. I didn't make the connection. Okay.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like he's one of the first handful of people that I ever followed on Twitter when I made my atheist account on Twitter.
Okay.
And, I've just everything he puts out there, I'm just like, fuck, this guy's so smart, man. I love this guy. And I just this season it dawned on me I have to have him on.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't have a huge deacon because he was never really religious, but there were some influences in his life, and we talked a little bit about that. And of course, we talked about him. But one of the things that really struck me was his going to church for like 3 years, just so he could find faith, which he never did.
Okay,
right? Which is why I wanted to have this conversation, because some people do that. Right? I've spoken out
yes.
who've done that, right? So, and I thought it was very valuable information for people to hear that, even if you're not religious and you end up going to these establishments to try to find some kind of faith, it may not always work out for you. So,
yeah, and
that's why I always say it's called faith, because it's not knowledge.
It might be better to go to some of these places to look for companionship, or what's the other word I'm looking for? A community. That's the other word I'm looking for. No. Yeah. And that doesn't always work either, because it didn't work with me and the Unitarian Universalists. I can tell you that, but that's just me.
Right. We are all our own people.
Mm-hmm.
So things are going to go different. So, Chris, how'd the show go today? I didn't see it, man.
Yeah, it went pretty good. It was the first time I'd ever met Godless Scummer. Yeah. Jay was going to show up. He had the cooties, was down with the plague. So
the cooties.
Atheist pastor stepped in to help me out.
Okay.
And then One Ring showed up, so it all
One Ring's cool too.
Yeah. So it worked out pretty good. Tomorrow I'm going to have Ozman Cometh upon the show. And
he's a big sweetie.
Yeah. And Jay, I think Jay is going to probably co-host it with me. Of course, Neil, I got to get you back on the show, man, one of these days, just to kind of shoot the breeze,
Yeah, sure.
On a Saturday, perhaps, whenever because I know you work.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
when I'm at work, I can't jump in.
Yeah, no.
But I can watch.
On Saturdays, I moved it back 2 hours. So it's now at 8 o'clock Eastern, or Central. Damn it. Mountain. 8 o'clock Mountain.
Which is 7 o'clock.
Okay, 8 o'clock Mountain. That's 10 o'clock here. Okay.
That's 7 a.m. my time, and that's much more doable than 5 a.m. on a weekend.
Right, yeah. So I knew if I backed it up a little bit on the weekend, I'd get some more participation. So,
Mm-hmm.
And
Brian, thank you. That's a good word.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I'm planning on doing the. Don't tell me I know this one. Dungeons and Dragons game on the weekend. I'm still.
The buzzing is killing me.
Oh, let me turn the whatever it is. There we are. I am going to have to fix this.
Thank you. I thought that was me. I was twisting my little thing here, going, "Is that my sound thing going?"
To me, it sounds like there's some sort of a connection issue.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Like you're getting a feedback.
I'll play with it. I mean, I just set up 2 new systems, hoping to correct the problem.
Phrasing.
No, I was having all sorts of problems with my live stream with OBS and stuff like that. So I thought that I would split the one Linux system that I use into 2 Linux systems, do the live streaming on one just solely, and do everything else. But now I'm having problems here on the old system, so I have to fool with that, see if it works, see if I can make it work.
5 a.m. on a Saturday is like raw and uncut, Neil. Like two cases in, Neil, gets on the stream. You kids want to see a dead body?
Yeah, because I'll still be up from the night before.
How the fuck you? Oh, hold on, I'll be right back.
I'll get on here, be like, and I'm going to be like, dude, it's 5 a.m. What are you doing? Well, what do you mean? What am I doing? I'm still going.
Sounds like me after a movie night.
I got to take a shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's funny how as soon as I get to work, fucking Badger. I'll come on my tube for a chat. Always. Yeah, we do have to set that up because we've been saying that for like a year and a half now, something like that. But nothing ever happens.
Hey, he's been on my tube already, so better be on yours eventually.
And Chris, you're doing a D&D thing? Is that what I'm understanding here?
Yeah. I'm hoping to. I'm trying to put it together.
Wow,
That's what I was telling.
Says
Yeah.
she's played at YZC.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let me just do this. Well, so I was trying not to. I didn't want to tear up your conversation with the whole thing. Yeah. So I just I've got a few people already scheduled to play, and I'm just looking for diverse personalities to pop in and play some Dungeons and Dragons on the weekend. I'm thinking maybe Saturday evening. 2 or 3 hours, just depends. I've got Atheist pastors signed on. One Ring is willing to DM. We've got they suggested we look for Anscar.
Anscar, yeah, fuck
Anscar.
yeah, ask him for sure.
As another potential DM, and I was looking to shake it up with some ladies, getting some girl power in there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that's why I was hitting up Wonder Lady. Of course, I hadn't gotten any opportunity to. I didn't want to, like I said, crash the thing. So glad you mentioned it. So looking for females to play the Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be fun.
You're going to be hard.
Sounds
pressed to find somebody
interesting.
that isn't into it.
Well, Wonder Lady seem. I mean, we'll see what she says. Yeah. Well, it's not as much about being into it because a lot of people we can learn. Right. It's been so long since I've played. I'm going to have to learn the whole thing.
90s.
Yeah, right. So we're going to have like stream 0 where we just come together and we work on how to play, what we're going to do. I've been looking into the software. They have software that makes it,
Yes, they do.
take care of the whole thing for you and do your
They even have a
thing.
phone app for D&D now.
Yeah, and there's the free version is just amazing. I looked into them today, and it'd be great for a stream because it's like a nice 3-hour stream. We'd have 5 or 6 people playing, a dungeon master, and like I said, I was just trying to shake up the crowd. We've got a lot of the guys. So, and see, I haven't played in forever either. It's been many moons, so we'll all have to brush up, and that's fine. That'll be half the fun, really.
I'm a D&D virgin, so this sounds interesting because I've always thought of might like to try playing, but never really got the chance.
Give it a chance. Or give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm up for it. How's this sounding? I selected a different mic again.
That's better. It does
so
sound
far,
better.
so good.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the mic that's connected to one of my video cameras, and I had originally been on my Yeti, so it may be something up with the Yeti. We can see what happens.
My Yeti died.
See you, Brian.
It kind of makes crap noise. I'm actually using this lap mic up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel you. So I don't know. After I've heard it, now I'm hearing a lot of folk are having problems. I might avoid them in the future. I don't know.
Diana, do you have a cell phone close to your computer anywhere?
Yes, I do. I have 2 of them close to my computers.
I know that sound. Move your cell phones for at least, I would say, 18 inches away from any computer or monitor, and I think it'll go away.
Put them on the other side of the room.
Let me. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to move it to the other side of the room.
The cell phone automatically cell phones will tell you the last time somebody posted something on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, or if they update, and you're going to get that kind of noise.
Yeah, let me put these on my table.
Oh.
Let's see if it works any better. Okay, then. We've got these on the other side of the room. Let's see if that helps.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll go to the Yeti again and see what happens.
Sure.
Plug that in. Where's my soundboard? I know it's here somewhere.
We can hear you fine, so if you don't need to switch, don't switch.
Yeah, you sound good. Well, there was just a tiny bit of that thing. So now it's problem solving.
But now you're muted.
Don't
poke me in the eye.
There we go. Now we're back on. Yeah, every time I switch, it mutes me, and then I have to come back. So let's see how this works. And yeah, because this is the one I prefer. I prefer the Yeti. It's on the boom like yours, Chris. I'm looking, and
it's on my wish list.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is the same boom that I have. It's something like Inno gear that I bought from Amazon for $20.
I need a pop screen too, or
Yeah.
at least
Mine came with a pop.
Same here. Mine came with the pop screen, and it came with a condom.
There does. Ooh, condom. Things.
One of those condoms for the microphone.
Things are getting racy. All right. Welcome to my stream where the steam just keeps going up.
And something else so what I'll probably do as far as the players for the Dungeons and Dragons, I'll get a pool, because hopefully we'll have more. I'm going to go with 6.
Can I get the little pool noodles so we can use?
Well, we could do that too.
Oh, not that kind of pool. Oh.
Not that kind of pool, but because I'm going to have more than 6 who are going to want to play, so we'll probably rotate out, on the weekends or something.
Sure.
Because that's what I'm looking forward to that. But I've also got something happen. Every now and then when you post atheist videos of an atheist nature, believers will accost you in your comments.
Of course they do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've had this guy who's been doing so in my comments, but I don't normally address him, right? I don't give him any time. Well, I posted a Facebook post recently saying, because it was Kanye West saying he wanted to convert atheists, and I said I would like to debate you.
You want to debate Kanye West?
Yeah, I would. Well, yeah,
Why?
it would bring millions of people would watch, and I would grow.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. I don't really care or respect him or anything like that.
I'm using your ass, Conway. Kanye or whatever the fuck.
In the comments of my thing, this guy kept saying, or in the comments of the post, this believer kept challenging me to a debate, and I finally was like, I don't want to debate you. And one of my other followers and him got into it, and they're going to debate, and I'm going to host it on my channel. So I'm going to host a debate between Deacon James and one of my followers who's a future content creator like us. He's starting up his own channel.
Okay.
On my channel sometime in the evening one of these days. Not a morning show kind of thing. I don't want to trash my morning show with debates. But yeah, so that's.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Damn, I mean, the funniest thing is Kanye West is about this far from Kent Hovind. So that's...
Yeah, they're probably secret lovers.
Maybe.
Yeah, so those are the things coming up. I'm looking forward to that.
Let me see if I can do this properly. Nope. Not that one. Let me see. Yes, that one.
Why you try to eat me, Kitty? Why?
No debate for you. Is that funny or what? Fucking IQ comes up with all the best ones. Like, I think one of the ones that seems to be, because I've shown it to people in my IRL, as we say, and internet speak. They love the Baby Yoda one with where I'm holding the fucking Yeti. They're like, he even put the Yeti in there.
You just get an idea and you roll with it. Doesn't matter how ridiculous it is.
And the Conan one was pretty popular when I posted it on Facebook. So
that was a great face. I've used it several times.
Yeah.
It's the same face I used in the No Debate for You that I did in the Conan one.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, I thought I was subscribed to your channel. Okay.
What, my channel?
Chris's channel.
You don't want to subscribe to mine.
That's funny that you should say that, Lavender Lady, because I am sitting here stalking you at the same time. I'm looking you up on Twitter. I'm like, I know I've got you on Twitter somewhere. What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is, of all damn things, the Lavender Lady.
With a V in there?
Yeah,
it's
Lavender Lady.
Oh, Lavender, not an A, an E.
Oh, yeah. That's just me being a dork.
We're used to it, Chris. Come on my show and be insulted.
Lavender Lady. Well, there's a lot of Lavender Ladies, apparently.
Yes, I am.
There are.
I am the Lavender Lady. Let me put over here the place where you can find me easily. Okay, we're gonna do that.
There you
now
go.
We're gonna go over here.
That way I can start adding you. I may already be following you.
Maybe. Here it is, right there.
Right there.
Hold on. The Lavender Lady? Yes.
Yes, dear.
Yes,
It takes
I
a
am.
second to pop up in our chat. Who's Kitty?
Oh,
Oh, Sylvia.
It's the Sylvia kitty. Hi, kitty. My.
Yeah, you know what, Chris? As we were talking earlier on the other chat where I mentioned your Funko Pop, the figurine in the background, I'd never noticed them before today.
As a matter of fact, this one here. This one here is Sherlock, and he's in every video, I believe. If I travel, if I go on the road, I take him and I put him
Oh, you just killed him.
Aw.
He's a
somewhere.
headhunter.
Lost his head. Yeah, so I try to have him somewhere in every video.
All I have is the
Most of him.
the little I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah, you can see it right beside my hat right there. Is Edward Scissorhands. As I told you,
Okay.
I had a Batman one. Yeah.
All right. And of course, I have the invisible fishies back there.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier. I was going to say, wow, your invisible fish look like they're in great shape.
I tend to pace a lot, so when I pace, I will pull. That's why his head comes off so easy, because I'll pull his head off and I'll toss it back and forth like you might a baseball.
Okay, then.
Yeah, so I don't do it as often as I used to, but I used to. I still pace a lot. I just don't use his head as a.
Hey, Jen. Nice to show up. Dead City, also known as Jen.
So there was that.
Yeah.
Dead City. Another Jen? Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's got to be a rule.
We are all so full of gens. I mean, really.
She refers to herself, so that's what I'm going to call her. Jen.
Does this
Or
Jen
use her
play?
online name as Dead City, right? So,
Does this Jen play Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't know. You can ask her.
I don't know.
Because we also have Jen with one N, who is famous for introducing me to Chuck Tingle. I forget, Neil, if you were on that after show.
She does play D&D. So
Okay, because Duke was there and a couple other people were there, and we were having a hell of a fun time with Chuck Tingle titles.
are you actually getting an early night for change, Badger? Good for you, buddy.
I'm already following you. Okay, I found you. I was already following you.
I will send you a message after.
Oh, yay. Danke schön.
And you can in your morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Wonderland.
Will you get out of the potato basket, for Christ's sake? Now, that's something you don't always hear.
Well, I hear it every time I go in there.
Okay. And we got to figure out some damn way. Yeah, because I simply cannot afford to get to Austin this year. And I was so hoping I could because I could see you. It's the medical stuff. Yeah.
I saw your
And
tirade about it. Yeah.
with any degree of luck, I'll get that cleared up maybe by the end of the year, but we'll see what happens here. And I definitely want to get down there, say hi to you, say hi to everybody else who's there. And
I don't know what kind of tickets are left. Mine's obviously cuffed by the Faithless Forum because I'm on the panel as a speaker. So I get all that. I get all the whole VIP everything for free. But of course, I do have to pay my own airfare, and I get a discounted rate on the hotel, of course, which we'll only need for the couple of nights. But because they're doing it over the 3 days or 2 days or whatever this year.
I think they doubled or tripled their venue size or something like that this year, because last year it sold out in, what was it, like
They
2
did.
days? 3 days?
Dude, yeah, it sold out like almost instantaneously. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I think his Dallas Wade asking to drop in.
Come on in.
I don't know if he's asking.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
I sent a link to Dallas, but
I thought I saw you say that. Yes.
He may not be talking about that. He may be asking about something else.
just sent. Well, I can drop in, and of course it's cool, Dallas. You're always welcome. You know that. And I sent one to Wonder Lady, so Faye will probably jump in. She just told me to.
Oh, yay! Faye is such a big sweetie. I love her dearly. I really do.
There's my brother from another mother, Dallas Wade, folks.
Hey, hello.
Howdy.
Hey, Dallas.
Hey,
I am looking for Wonder Lady on
so I just got my ticket to Faithless Forum.
Twitter.
Pretty
It's
excited
Did
about that. Yeah,
Awesome. So I get to see you.
yeah, I'm really excited.
That's awesome, dude. Hi, Faye.
Hey.
Hey,
Wow,
hi,
2 in a row.
yay.
He has landed.
2 in a row, Faye. What's going on here?
I don't know.
I'm happy that you're here, though.
It's cold and you're cuddly.
Yeah, it's cold and I'm but virtually cuddly is what you mean.
Me? Cuddly?
Well,
No,
like on Neil. That's what you said. That's what you said on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
We were keeping you
Must be
warm.
talking about Neil.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a big burly man, so yeah.
I could take you.
Probably. No,
Sylvia, what are you doing and why are you doing it?
I'm smaller than you. That means I have access to things like kneecaps.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
You know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall anyways, right? So believe me, I've fallen. I make a loud noise when I fall. Most of it's fuck, but you know.
So what time is
I've
everybody
fallen
gonna be
and I
showing
can't
up
get
at
up. Anyway.
Faithless Forum? Just the
What
day
time?
of or early?
I know that some of us, I'm flying down on the 17th. So
Yeah.
I'll be there a day or two ahead of time. I'm probably going to be staying with Jen Aldrich or possibly Jamie.
That's gonna be a fucking hoot.
Jamie Boone. That's where I stayed for a few days last year. I'm down there for 2 weeks. So
Oh, nice.
I'll be there from the 17th, probably right through to the 30th. And I'm hoping, and there has been word, but I can't confirm anything, so don't take my word on this. But I might be jumping in to co-host a couple of the shows while I'm down there too. So
Nice.
could be pretty cool. I'm when Drew told me that they already knew last year that they wanted me on the panel this year, that blew me away. Right?
Yeah. No.
I think he's trying to make up for me for kicking my ass at Mario Kart 7 out of 8 times.
Oh.
Because I was bragging about how good I used to be, and apparently I'm not as good as I used to be. Them young whippersnappers are kicking my ass at Mario Kart 64. What the fuck?
I don't know. You, Jen Aldrich, and Jamie Boone, and enough beer. We should probably start a GoFundMe for bail money now.
That's probable, yeah. I think I have to tweet that.
So it's not to like ruin the festivities.
Yeah. Hang on a second here. I got that fucking properly. Inquisitive Coroner says, "Whoops."
Hey, Wonder Lady, I'm trying to find you on Twitter, but I can't find you because there's a lot of Wonder Ladies.
Try YT for YouTube and then Wonder Lady, because I know there's a lot of adult entertainers pretending to be wondrous.
Only imagine.
Okay, gotcha. There you go. That was easy enough. Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
I am going to follow you on the now.
Because
There you
sometimes lady parts are wondrous.
go. I wouldn't disagree with that.
I'll agree. Yeah. It's like, really?
Yeah.
No shocker.
Pretty common ground already. I like it.
Mhm.
Let's see. So I'm going to add you to that group I was talking about.
Okay.
Or well, actually, see if I can find everybody. I got to add all kinds of people. I need to make 2 separate groups.
I need to talk to you about like times and stuff like that, because I don't have a lot of time. So,
Mhm.
and
What
I don't
the
wanna
heck?
say I'll definitely do it if I can't.
Right.
What?
Well,
Why am I not following you?
Who?
Damn it. Okay, oversight rectified.
You said rectum. Oh, no, not rectum. Sorry, I misheard.
Yeah.
Rectum damn near killed him. It's one of my dad's old dad jokes.
Well, I think what I'll probably do is run it like 6 or 7 o'clock, maybe 5 on Mountain Time, Saturday. Okay. And
Okay,
then probably
then.
run for 2 or 3 hours. But then, like I was saying earlier, we'll probably switch out people. So if you can't make it this weekend, I want to see if there's a way we can do independent one-off campaigns instead of having to make campaigns where, we have to be there every freaking week and go on, where it's a one-off every weekend.
Yeah, you can do that. You can have one that goes for a few hours or whatever. You have an objective that you're trying to do, and you make it a short game, and you get to the objective, and whoever wins, right?
So if we can do that, then if you can't make it this weekend, you might be able to make next weekend, that kind of thing.
I have a Saturday commitment that I already do, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Show.
That's Girls' Night Out or something, isn't it?
Girls' Night In, yeah.
Girls' Night In, yes.
I see. Well, I'm new to the whole sphere. What is the time on that? And how long does it go?
6 o'clock Eastern, and we usually go for an hour, but we keep trying to find time to do an after party.
Gotcha.
But one of our
6 Eastern. Okay, so if I did, this may work. Actually, it may work.
Okay.
Maybe an hour plus after your show ends.
We'll find out.
Yes, we'll see.
Everybody's streaming now all the time.
Yeah.
I know. It seems that way, right?
No.
Well, it's amazing how many people are streaming and how difficult it's become to not step on somebody when you go on with a show. Yeah.
I know. I've thought about streaming, but I don't know when I could do that,
Yeah.
Like it.
I invariably step on somebody. And,
I want to use StreamYard, though. I don't know if I like that program.
That's why collabs are so important. Like, you just get together with different content creators. You both can stream. You can do mirror streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And not only are you both able to stream, but people from their groups get introduced to you, and that's how we all get on the same page and can talk to each other and know the fuck each other are. So we can kind of, it's the word community. That's it.
That's a good word. I like that word.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a lot of what my morning show does. I bring people on for kind of that purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got something going with that, more or less. A little collab, kind of like The View for the YouTube.
Kate.
Yeah, Kate and Mom NATO. I don't know if you get to Sci Strikes, the Sci Strike channel. I can't call it Sci Strikes channel anymore because God, I miss Jeff. Anyway, there's the character that shows up there, Tornado Pelt, and Mom NATO is his mother. Mm-hmm. And she shows up. So they're the three of us with the occasional input from Tornado, which could be problematic at times. But just think, movie night, the last one from Saturday morning, but that's another story entirely. But yeah, and for some stupid reason, I don't know why, but Kate likes coming on my streams, and Tina likes coming on my streams. Tina is Mom NATO. And it works out for us, really. And
you guys usually have some pretty good conversations.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way things go. Sometimes we'll actually stay on topic for a minute and a half,
Yeah.
No, there's a really big, broad band of people that show up to that chat. I mean, just from everywhere.
Which one?
See, movie night.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have much people showing up there, and usually they come for the interaction between the panelists. Yeah, I mean, the movies showing there are a bunch of crap. We all know that, and just to hear the panelists interacting back and forth is a whole bunch of fun. But that's another story.
What's a panel worth if the subject matter is interesting?
Yeah, I mean, I sit here thinking about it. It's not the same as it used to be. Well, of course, nothing ever is that way, but it seems to have its own flavor, and it seems to be really, it seems to be fairly decent. I mean, I like showing up. The only problem I have with movie night anymore is the whole sleep deprivation thing. Yeah, because we'll start at say 23:30 hours Eastern, and I might get off the line at I don't know 0900, something like that. So it's like half a day that will be on there or some shit like that. And
Mercy.
Just give me a second here. I'm giving Jimmy some shit.
Oh no!
Hey, why are you streaming when I'm streaming? Let's see what he says. This ought to be funny. Of course, I got to sit through the commercials first. Fuck, Jimmy.
Hey, Zach.
Right. Brenda, would you call yourself a Christian? What does this mean to
Well, it's funny because Southern Israelite just said, why don't you stop being a pathological liar and just
All right, shut up. Sorry. You know what I've been listening to lately? I didn't realize that they were on YouTube, and of course I should have fucking figured out that everything's on fucking YouTube. But let me see if I can find it here. Where did I? Because I looked it up before, and I thought it would just pop right up in my previous lookups. Oops. Guys, the silence is deafening.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you were talking, so
It is the sound of
just trying to be
silence.
I know you're out there like what's he going to say next?
Yeah, we're all anxiously waiting for your announcements.
yeah.
You can hear.
No.
Let's see if you can remember this.
Welcome to the world of terrifying imagination. It gives me a fiendish delight to invite you on a very unusual expedition. For in our tale to come, we are going to travel not to distant shores, not to outer space, but instead backwards in time. The time,
Oh,
as
my.
the archaeologist knows it, the depths of time. Strange thing about archaeology,
I did.
it seeks to understand life by the study of death.
Can we try to uncover the rest of the body, Professor?
Of course.
It's an
Oh,
episode.
dear.
Wait a minute.
Is this Answers in Genesis' new opening?
No.
Yeah. No, seriously, is that E.G. Marshall?
Yes, it is. There we
Okay,
go.
okay.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. We have a winner. Yes, CBS Radio Mystery Theater, episode number 37, which happened to be my personal favorite because I've been into archaeology my entire life, just never really took it, as a profession. But Dig Me Deadly, it's called, where this guy murders somebody, then somehow makes their bones carbon datable to like 14,000 years in the past until they figure out how he did it. And then they were able to lock him up. It's a great episode.
All right.
Yeah, and they're all on fucking YouTube. So all of the CBS Radio Mystery Theaters are on there. And I've been
Holy heck! I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm all over it. Yeah.
they were great. Those old radio shows I used to love when I was a kid. And it's my camp counselor when I went to Camp Miriam, which is a Jewish kid camp. With the whole Moses thing up over the campfire, like on South Park.
I think the name Miriam gave that away, honey.
Yeah. It actually got vandalized.
Not to be rude, but really.
No, I got you. It totally does. But it was in the newspaper recently for being vandalized. People went to the camp and painted swastikas all over it.
Oh, no.
Just
horrible. And I lived there for years, and one of my counselors used to play these at night before we go to bed. So
That's cool.
You know, with the Radio Mystery Theater, I used to listen to that when I was slave labor for the FSB, up at his store. We'd be coming back after he would close, and that would be on the CBS radio station. What came on either right before it or right after it was Garner Ted Armstrong. And that was a shitload of fun, if anybody knows who that is.
Ours were followed by the Green Hornet.
Okay. Yeah, you had the whole the world tomorrow or some shit like that. I've what the heck is that cult's name? It was founded by Garner's father, Herbert W. Armstrong, and so, this is where I first encountered the argument of the archer fish.
Oh,
the archer fish.
Fish.
Something like that. Yeah. Evolution cannot be the case because the archer fish would need the archer ability to shoot the insects down to eat. Right. And if it didn't have it, it couldn't have eaten, so it wouldn't have survived. But if it had it, it didn't need to evolve it because, if it could eat some other way, it didn't need to evolve it because it was already eating. It was just, a bunch of horse shit, but that's beside the point.
They don't always hunt for their food that way. They're just known for doing it when necessary.
Right. And if you've got the other way to eat and this slowly appears and you figure out that you can actually use it, okay, now you got two ways to eat. Damn it.
That reminds me of a joke, actually. I'm not sure if you heard the guy who was who goes to see his doctor about having problems keeping food down. So he goes to his doctor. He says, "Look, doc, I'm wasting away here. My weight has dropped dramatically over the past few weeks. Every time I try to eat, it just keeps coming back up. That includes soup, anything." And the doctor says, "Well, we could do a quick little surgery, but it entails that you're going to have to eat sort of the other way. You'll have to put things in that way."
Oh, that South Park episode. Okay.
Yeah, but and the guy's like, "Hey, man, I'm wasting away here. Let's try it. Let's see what happens." So surgery happens, and he goes home and he starts, eating out of his butt and sticking things up there, and then he goes back into the doctor for like a checkup, how things are going, and he's sitting there. He's going, "Yeah, doc, things are great. Actually, I've really taken to this. It's not a big deal. I thought it was going to be scarier, but things seem to be working out fine." And the doctor's like, "Well, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just chewing gum."
Oh, bullshit. I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny the first time I heard it. I think I was way back in high school when I heard that one first time, but it's hilarious. It's just the whole sitting there doing this, and everyone's like, "Why are you doing that?" And then of course the punchline hits, and they're like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. No. Yeah. I just, it's funny because I think back to the jokes I heard as like an 11 or 12-year-old. They were the dirty jokes, and they were all just utterly ridiculous jokes, like stupid.
That's one of the dirty ones.
Yeah. No, it wasn't really one of the dirty ones. Oh. But I'm talking like, people would trick you too. They go, "Oh, I got a dirty joke. You want to hear it?" "Oh, yeah, sure." He goes, "What? 2 white horses fell in the mud, 3 came out." It's like, what?
Okay.
Like little ridiculous ones like that. How about you guys? Anyone got a good joke they want to tell?
I don't know any jokes.
You just learned one.
I just learned one. Yeah. No, I've never been able to tell jokes.
No. It's all in the delivery. It's like that jailhouse joke where they're all sitting around in the cafeteria, and one of the guys goes 47, and everyone starts cracking up. And the guy's like,
"Okay,
yeah." Another guy pops up and goes 102, and everyone starts laughing. And this guy's like, "What the fuck's going on?" He goes, "Well, we've got so many jokes that we just know them by numbers now. So someone will yell out and they'll know exactly what joke it is, right?" And the guy goes, "Oh, can I try?" He goes, "Yeah, give it a shot." He goes, 24. Nobody laughs. And he goes, "Well, what the fuck happened?" He goes, "Oh, it's all in the delivery."
Some people don't know how to tell a joke.
That's right. So that was a pretty good one. I got a million of them. I got my Kenny Youngman take my wife, please. Never mind. Henny Youngman might be above some people's head.
Yeah. They're showing your age there, Neil. Showing your age.
I am. He was around before we discovered Pluto. So,
Neil,
yes.
What did the banana say to the vibrator?
Wait. I've heard this. Fuck.
It's an old one.
And I can't remember.
That was an unfortunate time to cut out.
Shaking. She's going to eat me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, Geo Sam. Yeah, that's good. I remember that one now. Yeah.
Geo Sam. Oh, hey, Neil, I caught Jay today, I think, in subscribers.
Caught him doing what?
With subscribers, chasing him. Yeah, 606. I caught him.
Yeah, I saw you pass 600. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was snappy.
Heading to the big 666. Yeah, it's already 606 actually. Yeah. You know, whenever you guys were running the stream earlier with Steve, is that his name?
Steve, yeah, Steven Tiger.
Tiger, yeah. Whenever you were running your stream with him, I had 600. And
really?
I've gained 6 subscribers in the time since then.
Excellent.
I just dropped a video today, this evening. You saw it, you were there.
Yeah, that's true. I was.
They usually kind of get me subscribers.
You guys all talk amongst yourselves. It's like, what's her name from Rhonda something or other from Coffee Talk on Saturday Night Live? Because I got
yeah.
I got Mike Myers is what he was, but I got to pee.
Gotcha. Dallas.
Yeah.
Did you hear? I'm trying to put together a Dungeons and Dragons game on Saturday evenings.
Yeah, I heard about that. I need to learn how to play that. I've never played before.
Yeah,
so.
Well, I've played. It's just been a long time. Yeah, you probably were like a little kid last time.
Probably.
Like everybody's fucking playing it. Like I would start playing it if I'm not so damn scared of bandwagon fallacies.
Yeah, well, I didn't. You know, that's I don't care.
Yeah, I see everybody talking about it. I don't know if that's just always been an atheist thing or it's just something that's been trending lately.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's certainly not supported by many theist groups. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember it being condemned at church.
Yep. Get picked up.
So, which I don't know if my dad cared because my dad, I know he's talked about playing it when he was a kid. So I don't think he had a problem with it. I just never got around to playing it.
Yeah. Well, most haven't. It's just I just like to ask. Kind of looking around up a game. I haven't played it in a long time. I'm looking really. We got a couple of people who have been dungeon masters, and I'll probably have to lead the rest of us and figure it out. And we'll just
I'd love to give it a shot. I just don't want to be, a noob.
Yeah, well, that's the whole deal. Chances are you won't be the only noob. Well, Lavender Lady, in fact, had already said that she was willing to play.
Yeah. I'm up for it.
Would be a noob. I've got her name on a list right here. So I'll put you down on the list. I mean, I figure we'll start with 6 players. They kind of rotate out on weekends. Sometimes people won't be able to make it. You heard what's going on. So.
Yeah.
you guys hear Diana on the keyboard?
Oh, yeah.
That's her typewriter.
Yeah, I know. You flip it upside down, it says Made in Bedrock on it.
Actually, this is a replacement for the clickety keyboard, if you will, the buckling spring keyboard that I had years that had the IBM logo on it. That keyboard was old enough to drink when it was built in, I think, 1992, 1994, something like that. I finally had to get rid of it because it was just worn out.
That's funny.
Nice.
I have that problem. That's why I'm not allowed on the buses anymore.
And here I thought you were laughing at my joke.
I was initially. I just followed it up with a self-depreciating joke.
No, I wrote another one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. It hasn't popped up in mine.
Your voice reminds me of a stand-up comedian. I can't remember her name.
Rita Rudner.
Yes, very much.
You get that a lot.
I've heard that before.
You've heard that before, huh?
I buy dresses so I can have knowledge for gum.
Yeah, actually, now that Chris mentions it, and I never really thought about it until he just mentioned it. You kind of do.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot.
I don't know if my ears are weird. Well, I guess they could be because the rest of me is. But Chris, you do sound very vaguely to me like a Truth Surge.
Like a what?
Truth Surge. Oh yeah, he's good. He's a guitar player.
Yeah, the person, the guitarist, the voice actor. There's something about some of the.
Follow him, Chris. He's really good.
Yeah, he's really, 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 really good. Truth Surge.
Follow him on the Twitters or on the Facebook,
on YouTube.
On the YouTube.
He does cover tunes, and he can mimic pretty good. He can mimic a lot of the guys that he does the covers of. So
yeah, he's a big sweetie as well.
I'd love to have
occasion.
You know, that would be awesome.
That would be, yes. Where I first encountered him was the series that he did, the two of them, on dating the New Testament, and then there was another one that was that they wrapped around the McDonald's stuff.
Truth Surge?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were saying search.
Yeah, me too.
Found him.
Surge, like a surge of energy or something.
There was a commercial that he voiced for Major League Baseball, and it was amazing.
Oh, so he's big. He is.
He is.
Yeah.
He got 1 million something subscribers, I think.
Yeah, he was doing the voice of an elderly black gentleman from the St. Louis area. There were many elderly black gentlemen from the St. Louis area who were turned down in Surge's favor. He got the job over the real thing. That was amazing.
Well,
is this the one you're referring to?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beef stroganoff, yeah. See, and I like beef stroganoff. Beak stroganoff. It's really crunchy, but I like
about the duck?
There you go. Geez, who can afford beef anymore? I can't. I mean, I look for stew meat, and it's like $6.50 a pound or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's stew meat, which is like the toughest of tough.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you stew the shit out of it.
I mean, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to buy a brisket. The whole March thing and the brisket and potatoes and cabbage and all that bullshit. But it's like $8 a pound.
Yeah.
And I love this stuff, but can I justify the expense?
Well, you can once a year.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Right? Brisket's a really big Jewish thing, actually. It's a major Jew food for some of the holidays and stuff like that, like Hanukkah and stuff. We have it.
This is the interesting thing. Here's the interesting thing, though. I mean, I hope I don't sound too horrible, but as far as the menu goes and everything else, and the way you prepare things, who can afford to be a Jew? Really?
Well, you need 2 kitchens.
Only the Jews.
Yeah.
If you're going to be kosher, you need a dairy kitchen and you need a meat kitchen, right?
No.
It's ridiculous, but I mean, we're talking about fucking bullshit belief systems, anyways. So the whole kosher or kashrut law is a bunch of fucking horse shit, anyways. So,
all right.
Good one.
And I know quite a few.
I eat bacon. Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, Reformed Jews. What they're basically. Do you want to call it Gino? In a Jew in name only, or something like that, or even some of the more conservative Jews that I know, still, that they won't turn up their noses at a ham sandwich, that sort of thing. But I love it, Wonder Lady.
What did I say? I didn't say anything.
But
I didn't say anything.
It's funny.
My landlord, I don't think he's one of the hyper conservative Jews, but he's like half a step down.
Right.
And it gets really interesting.
I gotta go. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, Chris. You know that.
You're welcome.
You guys have a
Well, great to
Good
see
night.
you, sweetness.
It's nice seeing you again. I just got to rush. Have a good one.
Yeah. Happy wife, happy life. We get it. See ya.
Yeah, that sounds like something that would translate into Yiddish very easily.
What, happy wife, happy life? I think that's where I got it from the original.
That's just basically, yeah. Oh, shit.
The red green one. If she don't find you handsome, she should at least find you handy.
Oh man, I loved Red Green. Really and truly. I've got a shitload of them here that were either recorded off the air or ripped off of DVDs. I don't have all of them, unfortunately.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
Such a funny show. The Possum Lodge.
I only have one last joke.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's better
That makes
said
sense.
than typed.
Okay.
I was walking through a cemetery this morning and I saw a guy crouching down behind a tombstone. I said, "Morning." He said, "No, just taking a shit."
Wow.
That's like funny, but when you think about it, it's like, wow, disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's so good about it.
We don't know whose grave he was shitting on.
Yeah, could have been freaking Hitler's for all we know.
Yeah.
Then it'd be like,
Oh.
I'm going to come and join you now.
It's just too bad that it's not that easy for me to get to Cleveland. I know a couple graves I'd shit on.
No.
Now, let's be nice. Not everyone in our past has been beneficial to our happiness, but we, if they're gone, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's the unfortunate thing, though. They still live in my nightmares.
Yeah, I get you. I still have a couple that haunt me from time to time from back in my childhood days. But
I should do a show on that someday.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so cold-hearted because the first thing in my mind was therapy. It's such a lonely word.
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah, I'm sure there are enough people out there who experience this sort of thing. Who knows? Maybe they'd benefit from it.
It's true, though, if you think about it, Faye. I mean, you can do all the therapy you want, but ultimately it boils down to how you handle it on the inside. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nobody's going to wave a
Don't
magic
get me
wand.
wrong. Therapy can help you. Do that
I've been
facing
in
things.
therapy for the past 15 years. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not mocking the process, but I do.
Of course not.
Well, Diana knows I'm always talking about, what, that person needs therapy, and this person needs therapy, and
We can all use
everyone needs therapy, and yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you've really got to be able to afford a decent therapist. In the situation I'm in, where I get a lot of the the therapy stuff as well from the generosity of the county and that sort of thing. Most of the time, you get a cut rate therapist, and you spend most of your time driving home to this person your view on the world, especially when I had the therapist who was a Catholic sister, who for a good period of time was trying to convert me back to Catholicism. And it was like, Sharon, no, don't do that. It's not going to work. She kept throwing Augustine at me. And I was like, no, it's not going to happen.
You're realizing this is why I need therapy, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't traumatize me further. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it seems like most of the therapists around here are religious, which is one reason I've never even tried going to any. But
Shannon just did an entire video on that today.
oh yeah.
Oh, those are so cringy.
Yeah, I know.
And
I think I turned my therapist into an atheist.
Did
all
you?
right. Now we're talking.
Yay.
The fun thing was when I was talking to
lying.
I was talking to Sharon, that therapist, one day about this, and it was because she was at a facility which catered basically to queers, and I'm saying, Sharon, you're a Catholic sister, okay? Why are you here? your boss hates us. And she couldn't. She couldn't come up with a decent answer to tell you the absolute truth. It was kind of funny in its own
it's
way.
rare that you can when you tackle it from that sort of like. Although it's funny, I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw another newspaper article of a couple of church groups that bound together to support LGBT rights. And they had a whole parade shit going on and stuff like we recognize LGBT, as being legit and yada yada. And if I can find it, I'll send it.
Great! I mean, it's a start. What the hell?
Yeah. Lots of churches aren't so hardcore on that, where they actually have gay priests or priestesses or whatever you want to call them. They actually have them, right?
What
Those
I would
are
really
the universal type churches where everything is okay, kind of thing.
What I'd really, really like to do, I'll have to get my hardware working correctly before I do that, because, to eliminate problems like we had with the microphone. Speaking, how are things working with that? But there are some of the open door churches that seem to be affiliated with some of the, if not major, at least midline denominations. I'd like to get a couple of their people on and
that would be a great idea.
Nicely ask, how do you reconcile your attitude toward your holy book?
Sure.
And the only thing I've got to do is work on a way to make it easy for them to come on, because not everybody has the StreamYard. Not everybody has the microphones and video cameras and all this other happy stuff. So I've got to figure out how to work with that.
There's another problem too. You do it on Sunday in the morning.
Yeah, well, this would have to be on a different day.
Church.
Yeah. Yeah, this would have to be on a different day. Say even, co-opt the Tuesday evening program. You do know about the Tuesday evening program, right?
Do I? Should I? Do I?
It's the one I call the open chat. It's basically now
on. Like a fairly new thing with you, though.
Yes, it's only since January. It's basically unstructured and everything else like that. But if I gave it some structure, and could have people who couldn't make it on Sunday mornings because they were doing a Domini Sancto thing over there, then maybe
I
that would.
Do this. Yeah,
yeah, that one.
It always boils down to the Monty Python every time.
Yes, indeed.
Not a day goes by.
Oh, scheisse.
I even brought that up with Stephen. Always look on the bright.
Dun, 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 dun.
I fucking love that movie. Wolf nipple chips, ox spleens. I don't want any of that Roman rubbish.
What was the line? Something like, "He's not the son of God. He's just a very naughty boy."
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's
just the beginning of that movie. I fucking fell instantly when they all come in with all the gifts. And then they leave, and then they come back and they go, wait a minute. And they grab all the gifts and go to the actual Jesus.
Yeah, there you are. There you are.
His mom, and Brian's mom's all like, oh, look at this. Lovely, lovely. And then they'll come back and grab it and fuck off with it again. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen Life of Brian, which would be blasphemy.
That would be sacrilegious. Definitely.
You haven't seen Life of Brian? Dallas?
I haven't seen most of the movies y'all refer to or radio shows.
Oh yeah, dude! Check out the Holy Grail for sure, and
yes,
Life of Brian. Those are the two that I recommend out of all theirs.
Yeah, you should make me a list, and I'll watch them.
Oh, absolutely! I think actually, I know they're available on Netflix here, both Life of Brian and Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Okay.
So yeah, the Holy Grail. It's can't I have a little bit of peril?
Nobody understands the end.
The end when all the cops and ambulance cops take him away because they're all lunatics.
No, that's not why they take him away.
What was somebody phone said that they're cutting people up and stuff like that?
No, that's not the reason.
Why? Well, okay, then what's the reason? Because I've always thought of it as being
Earlier in the movie, they say the king. You know who the king is because he's not covered in shit.
yes.
So if he's the king, he can't break the law, right? Because he is the law. On the
Right.
end of the movie, he's covered in shit.
Oh, I never.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right.
And that's the giggle.
Oh, I just thought they were rounding them up because they're all lunatics that escaped from some loony bin or something.
No, it's because he's covered in shit.
Mm.
He's lost his power.
Right. Yeah, I never. When I first saw that movie, I was quite young. I think I was like 12 or something. 13.
Yeah, it's older than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Because that was what, your first motion picture?
Holy Grail, I believe, was, yes.
Yeah, so that goes back a while. Here, I thought it was their third or something like that, but no.
No, it's their first, and then Life of Brian, then Meaning of Life, and then offshoots like Jabberwocky, Time Bandits, stuff that Handmade Films, which is Terry Gilliam's company, made a whole bunch of movies after that. Time Bandits is great.
Oh, yes, absolutely it is.
And of course, and I think I'm not sure if it's Handmade Films, actually, now that I think about it, but The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Which was
that one I haven't looked at.
That's a weird one.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's awesome. Robin Williams plays the King of the Moon. He's nothing but a floating head.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, can I have the title again, please? The Adventures of Baron Munchausen?
Yep, Baron Munchausen. Yep. It's this old guy that runs around telling people all these spectacular tales of his life. And everyone's like, I don't believe you, until the end when all the people that he was talking about, they're all like really old now, but they should, like the guy with super speed and stuff like that. It's great, man. It's
Don't
great.
skimp on the psilocybin before watching this film.
Oh, man, that takes me back.
Really? It's got to be one of my favorites. It's really good. All the old Handmade Film type comedy stuff is gold to me. So
God, that's been around for a while, definitely. I mean, shit, 88.
Yeah, 88 was when it was done, yeah.
That's not that old.
I know it's not. I know because I'm like, fuck. I was like 20 at the time. Right?
I mean, what amazes the hell out of me? I see 1988, and that's when I came out here to Pittsburgh, and that's half a life ago. For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I was 31 when I came out here. So by simple arithmetic, now you know how ancient I am.
Don't worry, I've got the Maiden Bedrock stamp on my ass too. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, that's why I can't get a date. I'm, let's say, old, fat, ugly, hyper intelligent, pre-op trans, and poor.
Hyper intelligent. What is this shit? What are you talking about? You're not ugly. Come on.
That's
no IQ here. On the other hand, actually, I can't make that judgment call. I'm just joking, IQ, because I've never seen the guy. So
that's the one my ex used to complain about all the time. Well, I'm old, fat, and ugly, so that's just kind of it didn't work with her either. But that's what she always used to say. I don't know how she looks now. I haven't seen her in years, but she was okay, back then. I mean, we split up in 2009, so that was a while ago.
10 years or 10 plus years now.
Yeah.
I'll be 40 this year, so I'm not too far behind you.
No, you're not too far.
Oh, well.
Yeah. What are you going to be, Dallas? 15, 16?
I'm going to be 25 this year.
Holy shit, quarter century.
Yeah.
That's what I used to taunt whenever I turned 25. Like it happened more than once. When I turned 25, I was like, I'm a quarter century. Woo!
All I know is the older I get, the quicker time moves.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you notice that.
Yes. I think it's more the realization that the end is finally becoming known as being nearer. Is why that happens.
Pretty
dark. Oh, well, that too.
I don't think about that much. I used to think about death a lot more when I was a child.
Yeah. You know what? I know it's inevitable. When you're born, you're inevitably going to die, right? The leading cause of death is being born. So
yeah.
Me, my friends, and I used to sit there and go, we were told if we do this, we're going to die.
So you do it.
No, we
fail.
didn't do it. Most
Oh.
of the time, we didn't do it because we're like, which one of us is going to try it? Well, I don't like you that much. I think I'd be sad if the other one tried it, and I'm certainly not going to fucking try it. So you try it. Well, I'm not going to try it. Well, I'm not going to miss you. Go ahead.
Sounds like the Life commercial.
I just thought that. Yes.
No, but it's true. If your parents tell you if you try this, you're going to die.
Yeah, but my parents told me.
Someone's
they made
bringing
faces
up
that would
because
stay
they
that
want
way.
everyone to try it. It's like, no, dickhead, you try it.
I'm not going to try it.
Oh, shit.
You needed the proverbial Mikey in the group. Hey, I know. Let's get Mikey. He hates everything.
Let's get Mikey because we know Likey.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Oh, man. Now, what am I looking? Let me do a quick back of the envelope calculation here. You see, I have an envelope, and here's the back of it.
Doorknob Head asked a question. Is Inquisitive Quandary a different personality that lives in Duke Bonanza's brain? Is that an inside joke I don't understand?
I have no idea. Half the time, Doorknob Head spouts stuff out that I'm like, huh? But then the other half of the time, the shit he spouts out is pretty hilarious. So
Yeah.
No, I
Well, it is
can
Doorknob
remember.
Head,
You know, split personalities, a floating eyeball inside somebody else's consciousness. That's most certainly an inside joke.
It's inside the head joke.
No, I can remember in 1992, I can remember thinking, you know, by now, Mozart was dead.
What?
In 1992, I was 35, and by 35, Mozart was dead.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think Mozart's been dead most of my life, but I didn't realize you're that old. You don't look it, Diana. You don't look that
Oh,
old.
well, thank you. You know, this is something I don't understand, and I to this day, I truly don't understand it. I don't get it. Everybody seems, or almost everybody, seems to think I'm 10 years younger than I really am. And it's not that I'm complaining or anything, but I don't know how that works. You know, you see, you look at me and see somebody 52, and it's like, what? Oh well.
If I didn't know you, I'd probably put you close to that area. So
Yeah, I mean, you know, it still doesn't get me a date.
I don't look
get me
53,
wrong, but
right? I don't look.
There you go.
Apparently. So apparently,
53?
Yeah, I'm 53.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
I remember 53. Yeah, but no, you. I mean, I'd peg you somewhere in your mid to late 40s. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're way too hard on yourself, Neil. I mean, you're always coming at us like,
You
man,
said
fuck
hard
you.
on.
I've got a tramp stamp that says, you know, happy birthday, Lord Caesar. And,
Hey, how'd you see that?
and you're not doing that bad, man. You're
You should see Caesar. Well, I appreciate it. You're still not getting a Christmas card. Fuck you.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
Diana,
with me-
as
yes, dear.
Doorknob Head says, you can always get dates from the calendar.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm just going to have to content myself with.
See?
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm referring to.
Oh my. The funny thing about that, though, is when I was in my teens, everybody took me 10 years older than I was. I mean, I'm 17 and
That
people
was
are thinking I'm 35.
I could have gotten to bars earlier. But I've always had youthful looks. That's the thing. It runs in the family, apparently. So.
Oh, that was the funny thing. I mean, I went to uni the first time around when I was 17, and I was doing the booze runs to the Ohio State stores for the guys who were, 19, 20, because I didn't get carded while they did.
Wow.
That was the amazing thing. I never got it, but the booze I could get, and it was easier than walking across the river to West Virginia. Well, when I was a freshman, I couldn't do that anyway because the drinking age there was 18. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
It's
was
universally 21 now in the States, right? Like everywhere.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it sounds reasonably. It sounds like it could be. Yeah. No, there's this whole thing that we had a split drinking age in Ohio at one time, where the drinking age for beer was lowered to 18, and then
wow.
it went to 19.
But it was for 3-2 beer, wasn't it?
Well, all my life you could get 3-2 beer at 18.
Is that 3.2 ABV?
Yes, no, it's not ABV though; it's ABW.
Oh,
So it's
I
3.
never had trouble getting alcohol when I was a kid.
Yeah, this was the interesting thing. I mean, I'm like I'm
No,
16
you just
or
want
so.
a drink, you just walk up to your mom and say, "Can I have a drink?" And
Oh,
yeah, what do you want? I want beer.
Okay. No, that was one time I was working at one of the department stores. I think I was 16 at the time, and one of the guys from one or two departments over, geographically in the store, says to a couple of us, "Hey, you want to go to lunch?" And I said, "Okay." So we all go to lunch. The other guy was, I think, 18. I was 16 or 17. We're sitting down at this place, and the waitress asks each one of us, "What would you like to have for a drink?" And the waitress meant alcoholic. So yeah, I order a vodka martini, no problem at all. And it's like, okay, I guess I can get away with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was after I had that I can order a drink look on your face.
Yeah, I know they didn't do that either. So okay.
I'd have been like, okay, let me see some ID now, because that surprised look on your face is a tell.
Yeah.
No, I would get away with it in similar situations. Like, I've been working construction since I was 17, and sometimes on Friday I'd go out to the bar with the guys afterwards, and they wouldn't card me if I was with everybody else. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's sort of guilt by association, if you will.
Yeah.
You're like 8 years old. Mom sends you to the store for some beer, and you're like, "But mom, come here, boy," and gets the Sharpie out, draws a mustache on you. If he gives you any shit, just start screaming at the top of your lungs about how he was being a bigot about you being a dwarf, and you'll be all right.
Well, there's the funny part. I may have mentioned it before. I was slave labor for the old man. He had a beverage store, so he could sell beer, wine, little snacks and bullshit like this. I'm behind the counter ringing up the sales for this shit at 9 years old. And it appears, at least at the time, that, okay, in Ohio, you could not sell the stuff. You could not ring it up if you were under 21, unless you were the owner's kid. Then you could, because the drinking age went away, the working hours went away. If you were the owner's kid, the owner could do anything.
It's because they knew you weren't getting paid.
Pretty much.
Slave labor, child labor.
Yeah, I mean, the child labor laws didn't work if your parent was employing you. Yeah.
No. If they were putting you to work, they weren't employing you. Employing you necessitates a pay. So if you're their employee, you're getting paid. If you're just there because you're their kid and they're forcing you to stand behind the till, that's something completely different.
Yeah, you've got the point there, definitely.
Yeah, it's on top of my head.
And I always resented that because they used that in order to effect control. They didn't want me.
Slavery apologetics goes a little bit deeper than we thought, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's not give them a fucking leg.
Well, it's not like anybody here is going to give those two a leg to stand on. I mean, they're both dead.
Well, yeah.
And the world is much better for it, believe you me.
I'm sure they were whipping you while you were there, so yeah.
Not so fast.
Oh. Hold it. Am I about to get enraged?
Oh, they were pieces of shit. Absolutely.
Oh, I know.
And that's another story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as Paul Harvey would say, that's the rest of the story.
See, when I acted out, they used to take away my library card.
Really?
Hmm.
That's fucked up, man.
My parents threatened to take away my library card. I'd be like, have it.
Oh, that was worse than anything for me.
Hmm.
Because most of the television that they watched, what to me was complete crap. Like, I didn't like the Partridge Family.
Why? It was awesome.
It was awful. There was lots of their things. I'm sitting there. Oh, they like the family programming, and I'm sitting there going, "That's fake."
Well, TV, of course, is fake.
I know, but I didn't like it.
What about $6 Million Man
Hmm.
or the Hulk?
I watched the Hulk all the time. I didn't like the $1 Million Man or the $1 Million Woman.
$6 Million Man, Bionic
I
Woman.
preferred Wonder Woman.
You know,
We have
Wonder
the
Woman.
technology.
I when I was at a car show as a
And
kid.
the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I didn't.
Ouch.
But that was my favorite.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was never really a Duke fan. Daisy, on the other hand, but it was those damn shorts. But anyway,
I like the car.
Oh yeah, the car's cool. Don't get me wrong.
I wouldn't mind a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, just not with that paint job.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the paint job. The car.
Right.
I wanted the car.
But I was at a car show
man.
where they had that sort of shit there, and we got lost. There's me and another guy who got lost from the group, and they took us back into the green room. And Lindsay Wagner, who's also known as the Bionic Woman, came in, and I sat and I was talking with Lindsay Wagner, and she called me beautiful brown eyes, and she gave me a picture, signed it for me, and put a kiss on it and stuff. And she gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I was all like, and I had like a total crush on her at the time. So basically, I was like, "Excuse me, I got to go to the washroom. I'll be right back." Yeah, that was like one of the biggest moments of my 11-year-old lifetime. It's sort of
the 604 pile of mush.
Oh yeah, I was all like,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Hey guys, I gotta head out.
Thanks. Hey, you know what, dude? I gotta go. My buddy Mike, it's family day here in BC. Like, we have a different family day than the rest of Canada for some fucking reason. But and my family, most of them are out of town. So my buddy Mikey downstairs says, we have our adopted family and we're gonna do pulled pork tonight. So he's got a big pulled pork meal. So I'm gonna go down there and chow down on some pulled pork and coleslaw and all that shit. So I might as well bring
Oh man, that sounds tasty.
Yeah,
that sounds really good.
Sounds pretty good. So thanks you guys for joining me today. And
well, thanks for having me. Seriously.
I don't think I contributed much.
Oh yes, you did. You
Thank
put some
you.
funny jokes in the chat, and
You contributed your bright and shining personality.
Yeah, whenever you speak here, it's always people
I'm
must listen.
shiny.
We love it.
And
Faith.
You
I mean,
enjoy
besides,
that pulled pork, man. I'm gonna go cry into some Taco Bell.
there you are.
Do
There you
that,
are.
And I'm gonna go watch this serial killer documentary.
Sweet.
Oh boy! Box of post toasties found dead. Serial killer suspected. More at 11.
Oh jeez. I thought you were going to say Captain Crunch was found dead or something. Tony the Tiger found strangled at the baseball diamond. No, I mean, anyway.
And I'm sure we all knew that the voice of Tony the Tiger also sang "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch," but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Can't remember his name, but
Thurl Ravenscroft.
Yes, thank you. He's the original Tony the Tiger. There was a guy that later on, but
never really did the job well enough.
Yeah. All right. Well. Oh, there you go.
Well, have a very good evening.
Yes.
Enjoy your meals. And I kind of want Taco Bell now. Thanks.
I love their burritos because they're like one at a time. I can eat them. They're so awesome.
It's an 8-layer burrito when you add the tears.
Yeah.
There you go. What?
Fucking Neil is fucking pulled pork.
Well, Kate did that to me yesterday. He was talking about making burritos, and I'm like, now I have to have a burrito, damn it. I bought a bag of 8 of them, and I ate 4. Jesus. I'm trying to lose weight, guys. I can't do shit like this.
Burritos aren't really that fattening.
No, not really.
Well, no, unless, they're fattening when you eat a dozen of them, okay?
Eat a dozen of them, yeah.
The key is eating one at a time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I brought out 2 of them, and I said, okay, this is going to be my dinner. I'm going to have 2 burritos, and I'm going to put them in the microwave and make them up and eat them. And I got finished, and I said, no, 2 more.
Remember, it's not exactly what you're eating, it's what you choose to do after you eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, I'm not doing anything interesting. No.
I could do the Tasmanian devil. He's easy.
That's fattening.
Whoa, that's phrasing
What's
too.
a Tasmanian devil?
From Looney Tunes.
No, doing the tag.
Eat him?
Huh?
You're gonna eat the Tasmanian devil?
No, I said I can do him.
I thought you said you were gonna eat him. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not
that
gonna
better be a fucking dessert because that's pretty good.
Cool ground. Tasmanian devil's great. I do voices, people. That's why I'm actually being bothered by some people that do voices for stuff now. So,
oh my,
yeah, I've done a few already. Mostly for Zod.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, guys, I'm out.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to head out too.
Take care, sweetie.
Behave.
Yeah, behave badly.
And thanks for having me on, as usual.
Always a pleasure.
Oh, it's always nice to have you around, Faye. I mean, you're such a sweetie. You really are. I know we don't talk enough, but that's...
I'm not always a sweetie, but...
Oh, I've seen her be pretty angry before, so
I do anger well. Anyway,
that's when I kind of go, I'm just going to be over here.
Yeah, there we are.
The reason my 6th girl moved out of my dormitory in the first year.
Exactly. Yeah, really, I got to hear about this sometime. Maybe when I come onto your show, the next time you want me on your show again.
I have to figure out how to live stream again.
Oh, it's not hard.
They changed YouTube, and I've been like, not happy.
Oh yeah, it's
that's why
if you're accustomed to what they used to do, it's a little bit of a jolt getting accustomed to what they're doing now. Once you've done it a couple of times, it's not that bad. It's just doing it those first couple times.
Pulled pork.
Well, considering I never got it right the other way. Anyway, pulled pork.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Take care, honey.
Yeah, everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. My next interview will be Wednesday with, she was pretty excited about it, Pirate Kitty.
Oh, my.
A lot of work with In Time and Ansgar and stuff like that. So I hope you guys can make it. It'll be 4 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, February 19th. I will see you guys then. And until then, guys, like I always say at the end of these things, like the late, great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Take care, kids.